CGIC will allow us to continue to hold accountable the shooters who are terrorizing our communities with these tools. Because CGICs stop the next shooting. CGICs make homicide cases. CGICs focus our attention on a small number of individuals who are driving violent crime. As CGICs do even more, they also identify where the shooters are getting their guns.
So the way the CGIC works, ideally, is that NIBIN produces a lead, and every week or every couple of weeks, everybody gets together. And by everybody, that's ATF representatives, U.S. Attorney's Office, local prosecutor, and of course, local police. And they all get together and say, here's a lead. And as I said, it's not DNA. So you still have to figure out, okay, we know the same gun was used in these 3 or 4 crime scenes. And then together they work out who could be the person who was holding that gun.
What are the primary goals and outcomes of a Crime Gun Intelligence Center, also known as a CGIC?
According to the National Policing Institute, formerly the Police Foundation, a Crime Gun Intelligence Center, or CGIC, is an interagency collaboration focused on the timely collection, management, and analysis of crime gun evidence such as fired cartridge cases and recovered firearms using NIBIN and E-Trace. The CGIC process occurs in real time to identify serial shooters, disrupt criminal activity, and prevent future gun violence. The primary goal of the CGIC is the timely identification, arrest, and prosecution of armed violent offenders. Other outcomes include the identification of crime gun sources, efficient resource allocation, providing decision makers with the most accurate gun crime data available, and increased public safety. A CGIC is an intensive, ongoing collaborative partnership between ATF, local police, crime and forensic laboratories, probation and parole, police gang units, prosecutors, the U.S. Attorney's Office, crime analysts, community groups, and academics. The role of each partner is equally as important as the next. To maintain effectiveness and sustainability, each partner must dedicate sufficient resources and personnel to the CGIC effort.
What are the key components and best practices recommended for implementing and maintaining a timely and effective crime gun intelligence program?
The key components and best practices recommended for implementing and maintaining a timely and effective crime gun intelligence program include: 1. Comprehensive collection of ballistic evidence. This involves the collection of all ballistic evidence, such as fired cartridge cases and recovered firearms, and their timely submission for analysis. 2. Timely submission and analysis of crime gun evidence. It is crucial to ensure the timely submission of fired cartridge cases and recovered crime guns to NIBIN within 24 hours of collection, as well as the timely and accurate firearm trace requests to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, ATF, for all recovered crime guns. Moreover, additional forensic testing of firearms and related evidence is recommended as a best practice to include DNA swabbing and preservation, latent fingerprint processing and trace evidence examination and collection. 3. Coordinated prosecution. Coordinated prosecution of armed violent offenders is essential for the successful implementation of a crime gun intelligence program. 4. Relentless investigative follow-up. This involves appropriate investigative follow-up on crime gun intelligence leads to ensure the identification, arrest, and prosecution of armed violent offenders. 5. Performance measurement and continuous improvement. The program should include performance measurement and continuous improvement efforts, such as the expansion of tools and firearm detection systems, to enhance its effectiveness. 6. Regional approach and collaboration. Collaboration between various agencies, including ATF, local police, crime, forensic laboratories, probation and parole, police gang units, prosecutors, the U.S. Attorney's Office, crime analysts, community groups, and academics is crucial for the success of the program.
What funding recommendations and initiatives are suggested for supporting crime gun intelligence and CGICs?
Section 8.2.3 of the 2020 report on the President's Commission on Law Enforcement and the Administration of Justice recommends that, quote, Congress should provide additional funding to the Department of Justice to increase the number of NIBIN sites, and the Department of Justice should provide additional grant funding to the local law enforcement crime gun intelligence centers integration initiative.
How does the Denver CGIC contribute to targeting armed criminals and preventing future gun violence in the greater metro region?
The Denver CGIC is one of the trailblazers for today's CGICs. The Denver metropolitan area was selected as CGIC's focus because the vast majority of violent crime in Colorado occurs within this region. The shared borders between the cities and towns also lend themselves well to collaborative investigations. The Denver CGIC concept was built upon the following precepts. Timeliness not only counts, it is critical to success. Building and managing an effective team. Comprehensive crime gun intelligence analysis, relentless investigative follow-up, crime gun intelligence targeting, for example, of active offenders, performance measurement, continuous improvement, such as expansion, new tools, gunfire detection systems, and lastly, the regional approach continues to spread, for example, to include more partner cities.